Hey guys, building a video call or voice call feature into your React Native app shouldn't be that difficult. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build these features into your React Native app under 5 minutes. And how can we do that? Let me introduce you to ZEGOCLOUD. ZEGOCLOUD is a platform that helps you add real-time communication features like video call, voice chat, live streaming, and even interactive whiteboards into your app or website. Think of it like this. If you've ever used Zoom, FaceTime, or Clubhouse, ZegoCloud gives you the tools to build those kind of features into your own product. You don't need to be a communication expert or build anything from scratch. ZegoCloud takes care of all the complicated stuff like connecting users, keeping the call stable, reducing lag, and even supporting users from all around the world. Now, here's the cool part. When you sign up, ZegoCloud gives you 10,000 free minutes to get started. No credit card needed. That means you can start building and testing your app with real video and audio features without paying a dime. So let's get started into the business of today, which is building video call and voice call feature into our app. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. Also, we have a community that supports you and help you build your apps better, fix your bugs and all. And it will really be a good experience for you. So check out our community, leave a like and share this video to your developer friends to enable them to build their products. Create an account and log in. Now we just need to fill in the information that they're requiring of us. And now we can see that we've been credited with 10,000 free minutes to be able to test our app and build any feature we want. So we'll go to the dashboard now so we can get our keys, which we'll use to build our app. Now, this is our ZegoCloud dashboard, and the next thing we're going to do is to create a project for the app that we want to build. Now, we can build any of these apps here, but I'll be selecting the voice and video calls since that's what we're doing for the purpose of this video. And I'll scroll down and click on next. Then I'll give my project a name. I'll just call it my video app. And I'll start with UI kits. Now with the UI kits, it's very easy to implement this feature into your app. So we're going to wait for it to load now, and once it's done, we're going to be seeing our keys which we can use to build our app. Now it's finished running, and I'll just select the platform that I want to use to build for. I want to use Google Cloud to build for, and I'll scroll down and start save and start to integrate. And now you can see I'm in my dashboard, and I have my app ID and my app sign, which I'll be using here. I'll be blurring this so you'll not use mine. You can just create your account and get yours also. So we'll be using this to build our video call and voice call app. Now let's go into our React Native app where we'll be doing the development. Now the next thing we'll have to do is to go to the documentation and follow the steps there in order to build our app. So let's go do that. For us to do that, we're going to go to zegocloud.com/docs. And when we get there, we'll scroll down to the video conference kit, and we'll select the React Native And what I like doing is to scroll to the bottom of it and go to quick start. Then I scroll to the bottom again and go to the sample code. So it can take me to GitHub where I'll see every single instruction I have to follow. So we'll get started from the quick start here by installing the ZEGOCLOUD package on our React Native app. Right now we have our blank and new React Native project which we just created here. So and we're running it in our terminal here. So this is React Native CLI project. So the first thing we'll have to do, we'll be following the documentation little by little so we can get to understand how to make it work. So first of all, I'm going to be removing all the stuff from the home screen and just put a text that says hello world. Um, so we're deleting this. So let's leave it like this for now. And let's start by installing some of the packages that we are seeing to install in the docs so we can proceed from there. Now, the first thing we'll be installing is the ZEGOCLOUD UI Kit pre-built video conference for React Native. We'll copy that and open a new terminal here, paste it there. And we'll wait. Once that is installed, we'll go on to get the second installation here, which is the dependencies. We'll just copy that. And once I've done that, I'll cd into my iOS and I'll do pod install since I'm running on iOS for now. And so we'll go on to continue with some of these. So now in our app.js, first we've installed certain packages. Let me just show you. We've installed React Navigation, installed some of the dependencies because we'll be using React Navigation to navigate different screens. So the next thing we'll have to do now is to set up our navigation. Now we'll go out of our iOS folder and we'll run the app again by doing npm run iOS. And I'll just close this one so it will open it again once we are done. Now, the next thing we'll have to do is to create our pages. I'll just create them here for the purpose of this tutorial. So the first one we'll create is called the home page. Okay, we can just use this. I don't need the separate view. I just need a view. And as you know, we have to import this from React Native. And I'll just copy everything that is here so that we can use them in the second page. The second page we'll create will be the video conference page. And I'll paste it here and change the name. Save that. And now the next thing we'll do is to create our app navigation. And now we'll set up our navigation in here so we can use it in the app.tsx file. So we can go along with this as long as there are no errors. And the only thing we need to do, I'll change this to home page and I'll change this to video conference page. Or let me call it call page. Then we'll need to import this to the home page and the video conference page. I can save this now and all our errors are fixed there. Now I'm going to create a file named keycenter.ts and I'm going to paste my keys here. The keys, that's my app sign and my app ID. And I'm going to save that so I'll be able to use it later. Now I'm going to paste a basic UI to the home screen, and I'm going to paste some states also and the styling. So I'm going to paste the styles here and you'll see the basic UI. And the next thing I'm going to do is create state for user ID and conference ID. I'm going to remove that. Okay. Also import this text input, import button, import use safe area insert, and for now this is just going to be empty, and I'll save that. Now I'm going to reload the app so that we can see the changes we just added. But it seems like something is wrong. Okay, we've now added our app navigation into our app.tsx file, so let's do that now. Right now, I'm going to delete the styles, delete almost everything on the app. Delete this also. Okay, I'll leave React, import React. Now, the next thing I'll do here is to add safe area provider. I like adding that because of my screens. Then I'll add navigation container. And I'll import this. Okay, let's just do it manually from React Navigation Native, and inside here I'll import my app navigation, which is this one which we created. So we import that and let's save that and reload the app. Okay, what screen is showing this error? Okay, we need to import this from React Native. Now here is it. So what we have here on the home page, which I created here, is just a user ID, just text to specify the user ID, an input field to show that the user can enter the ID of the call he wants to enter here, and this is a button to start a conference. Now the next thing we'll do from the home screen here is that we'll set up our navigation. We've set up our navigation already. Now we'll just set up a function for us to be able to join a conference call. So how do we do that? Now follow along. So the first thing we'll do is to get navigation, and we'll have to import this. Now we'll create a function to be able to join a call. And whenever we click to join a call, we'll navigate to the video conference page and send the user ID, username, and conference ID using our route parameters. Now, this is showing an error because we're not setting up types for our navigation, and we're not setting up types for our navigation route, but don't bother about it, as that this error doesn't really matter. Now, the next thing we'll have to do is to make sure that the user ID we are using is very different on each device. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to be testing using my simulator and my iPhone, my physical device. But if I just use this ID, the setup is a one ID, it's going to be the same ID on both devices, which is going to cause an error. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the device UUID. Every device has a special UUID which we can use from it, and I'm going to use that UID to as the device user ID so that each device will be unique. Now, so here's how we're going to do that. Now, to do that, we're going to be using a package called React Native UUID, and we're going to be installing that package so that we can use it to get the users to get each device UUID and use it as the user's ID. So I'm going to be installing this now, and then once it's installed, we'll be able to use it to get the user's UUID. So now that the package has been installed, we should be able to get the user's UUID. So this is how we'll do that. We'll run a use effect so that whenever the app runs, we automatically set the user's UUID to become the user's ID, which we'll be using in our conference call. So I'll be importing, no, this is wrong. I'll be importing UUID from React Native UUID. Now we've done that, we've gotten the device UUID and set it as the new user's ID. Now we'll be setting the conference ID to just a random number. And we'll use the maths.floor, maths.random. So yeah, that's it. So if I refresh this now, I should see our app. Now you can see here on the app that your user ID this is the device UUID for this simulator, and then we always have a random ID for our conference ID, and we can start the conference, but we cannot do that yet because we've not worked on the video conference page. So let's do that now. Now let's work on the video conference page so that each time we start a conference call using the conference ID, it will take us to the video conference page and we'll have our video conference available. So how do we do that? First, we need to get our routes, params, and all that. So let's do some of those things here. And I'll just call props here and give it type of any for now. And so this is how we are getting our user ID, username, and conference ID. Now, the next thing we need to do is that we'll go back to our documentation, the ZEGOCLOUD documentation, and we'll have to copy this Zego UI kit pre-built video conference. So this is where ZEGOCLOUD makes everything super easy. So let's do that. Let's just copy this. I'll paste it inside our view, and we'll have to import it. Okay, since there's no suggestion, we can just do it here. So ZEGOCLOUD, Zego UI kit pre-built video conference React Native. Now, if we over this error, we'll be seeing some errors there, but I don't think that's an error. This is not actually right. This should be RON. And yes, that issue is fixed. Now, the next thing we'll have to do is to add our app ID and our app sign here. So how can we do that? Remember that we saved it in our key center. So I'll just go to key center and get my app ID, and also go to key center and get my app sign. So I'll save that. And here we have our user ID, which we're getting from the route params, which we're sending in from the home page. We're also getting our username and conference ID. This we're getting from the route params through React navigation, which we're sending from the home page. Now we'll save this and we'll proceed from here. Now I'm going to add a little style to the video conference page or screen, and I'll just add it here. Styles.container, and I'll save that. Now the next thing we'll have to do is to do some little setup for iOS and Android. Now for the purpose of this video, we are testing on iOS, so we'll do the setup for iOS. And so let's do that setup. If we go back to the documentation on GitHub here, we'll see the setup for Android and the setup for iOS. It's very simple. Since we're testing on iOS, for now we'll just do the iOS on, and you can just copy and paste what they said you should do here to configure for Android and to configure for iOS. So let's do for iOS. So the iOS on says we should open our projects and locate the info.plist list and paste this there. So we'll do that. We'll copy it, and then we'll go back to our file, open our iOS, locate our project name, and locate the info.plist list file. Then at the top, we'll paste this. So I'll just adjust it, the indentation, click the save button, and we are good to go. Now I'm going to rebuild this project by running npm run iOS, and once the project is rebuilt, we'll proceed from there. Now we have successfully built our app, but we're getting an error here, and I believe that error is from this. So we have to remove this curly brackets here, and once we save that, we'll see our app working. So right now I've also successfully installed the app on my physical device, my iPhone. So we're going to be testing it now. So this is 3838 for conference ID. So we'll start the conference ID here, and then we'll join the call with my physical device. So let's do that. So now you'll be able to see me from the video, and the echo is coming because I'm so close to the two devices. The two devices are so close. So as you can see, it's working very well. So very simple, using video ZEGOCLOUD to implement video call and voice call feature on your app. I can also make this voice, so you can still hear me, you can still see my feedback and everything. So that's how easy ZEGOCLOUD makes it for you to build a voice call, video call feature with 10,000 minutes free into your app. And that's not all you can build. You can also build live stream, live audio room, chat app, like a whole lot of things for using the ZEGOCLOUD. using ZEGOCLOUD, and it's very interesting and very easy for you to use. You don't need to have so much knowledge about how to implement this stuff before you can use ZEGOCLOUD to do it. So that's it from this video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and share this video to your developer friends to help them build these features into their app. So stay blessed.